Chris McCaffrey, El Dorado Hills. So personal experience. So I was hired at the county to work as a financial guy, and one of my positions was in general services, helping produce the fleet rates. So I started looking into it, asking questions, et cetera, et cetera. I was working with one of Joe Harn's employees, and I went over there to work with her one morning, and she told me, "Sorry, I can't talk to you anymore." And I said, "What?" And she said, "I've got to call Joe Harn." And she said, "Can't you?" She apologetically, because she knew what was coming, she apologetically said, "Sorry, I've got to call Joe." So she had instructions, if Chris McCaffrey shows up, call me. So he comes downstairs, yelling, still dressed in his sweats, walking toward me, screaming. And I've never had a conversation with the guy in my life. And I'm a manager, he's an elected official. He's walking toward me, yelling, literally yelling, pointing at my face as he's getting closer and closer, accusing me of doing things that I've never done and saying things that I've never said, and telling me I don't have any credibility, that it's because of him I got my job, etc., etc. Well, I was shocked. I've never seen that kind of behavior before. So I go to my boss, who at the time was department head for general services, and tell him. He tells me he had the exact same thing happen to him with Joe Harn. But Joe Harn is a bully, but he's smart. So he pulls my boss out in the veterans courtyard, so no one's around, so he can yell at my boss and tell him he hates general services. Don't buy a house in this county. My boss says he's had the same conversations with other department heads. Why haven't we had human resource department head last very long? Well, there's a good reason. So what do you do with an elected official? So you can't fire him. That's a big difference between elected officials and appointed people. Supervisor Briggs, big difference. You can't fire him. So what can you do? You as a board can limit their authority. They got elected, but under the law, they have legal authority over a smaller area. I know Joe Harn's got a larger area because you've given that to him. He's head of committees, he does the accounting, he does a lot of things he doesn't have to do. Limit his authority, limit his budget, and limit his staff. That's what you can do. The other thing I'm calling for county residents to do is somebody run against him. My wife hates politics, or I would run, literally. But we need good people to come forward and run. And I know that's something that you can't do, but the citizens of El Dorado County can do. And so, again, I could go on with more examples of people that have been harassed. And it's not just employee to employee. And in this county, it is a problem. It's a cancer. It's something that's eating away the county underneath. And I think there's something that can be done about it. Thank you.